Hey guys, it's Harry Taboo from BDOHub, and today we're going to do a video on the Aakman Grinders tier list. So if you've ever wanted to know how much trash your character could or should be doing, this is the guide for you, as well as going to our website BDOHub, where you'll get to see more information about how much trash you should get given if you're using scrolls, your AP, etc. Anyway, let's jump into it. What is Aakman? Well, Aakman is our Valencia desert. You have to go to it by going through a portal. These spawn around the desert in some certain locations. If you've been running around and you've been seeing the black portals, if you jump in one, you've got a 50-50 chance. It could be Aakman or it could be Histria. So yeah, that's how you get there. Now the entry level to go in, you want to have at least 241 AP, that's with a Kutum, or at least as well 290 DP, if not more. Now if you can go in lower than that, but it will feel a little bit hairy, and then that will probably mean that your trash grinding is not going to be so good. Now the notable drops whilst in Aakman, one, the main thing is a Tungrad earring. You're looking at 70 to 80 million each. Then you're going to get the black magic crystals. These are about 4 to 5 million each. You've got your scrolls. These are 2 million each, or you can put them together to do the actual boss scroll, which will give you some memory fragments, which is actually more money as well. And you've also got the trash at 7,500 each. Now people go here a range of AP because it is very good money. Looking at that loot table and you can see why it is very clear. So let's talk about our tier list and how we're going to score it. So we're going to score this with an S, A+, A, B, C and a D, and the respective loot is next to them. Now the other thing to keep in mind is I'm doing this around the 273 AP bracket. Now if you're higher than lower that, you can check on the site and it does have the loot drops that you can get there. Also, if the picture's in colour, it means it's the Awakening. If it's in black and white, it's the Succession, just so you don't get the two mixed up. Okay, so jumping in, just remember this is just with loot scroll and no Agris at the AP mark, which we said before. So we're going to start bottom up. So at the D tier, we have the Mystic, the Maywar and the Succ, and all of these are the Awakened versions, so keep in mind, not the Succession. Now these guys struggle here through various different reasons, whether it's because they push the mobs back or it's just how their damage scales. So at higher APs it just means they can't, it's not that they can't kill them quick enough, but they have to do combos, which just means other classes are better. But don't worry, these do shine elsewhere. Now for this tier, we're expecting to get less than 6,750 per hour at that bracket, so just keep that in mind. So moving on to the C tier. Now at the C tier we're looking at about 6,750 to 7,950, and we have the Awakened Zerker, the Awakened Ninja, the Succession Maywar, the Awakened Valkyrie, the Awakened Ranger and the Shy. Now again, these are all classes which do okay here, but just don't grind as well through various reasons, and a lot of this is because it's not that they're bad, it's just that other classes do it better, and this is going to be a common theme here. This is also why we didn't really have a B+ tier anymore, because there's so many in the A tier. So talking about that, let's move to the B tier next, and let's have a look at what we should be expecting here. So when we get to the B tier, what we'd be expecting to see is roughly about 7,950 loot to 8,250. And in that we have the Awakened Wizard, the Succession Mystic, the Awakened Striker, the Succession Ninja, the Succession Tamer, and Succession Succ. Now they sit very nicely in this tier. They still do very well, just keep that in mind, just not as well as some of the others above. And now we're on to A tier. Now keep in mind there's a lot of classes in the A tier, which is why I split this into two, and these aren't in any order. But in the A tier I'm expecting 8,250 to 9,000 loot. And our first lot that I'm going to put in is the Awakened Musa, the Succession Kuno, the Succession Warrior, the Succession Ranger, the Awakened Kuno, the Awakened Tamer, and the Awakened DK. And the second lot, which are also going to go into the A tier, because this is how balanced it is the Succession Striker, the Succession Guardian, the Awakened Larn, the Succession Witch, the Awakened Witch, and the Succession Zerk. Now, all these classes, like I said, will do quite well, in fact very well to be fair. As you can see by the numbers here, it's skewed very heavily here. This is almost like your average score, what people are getting. So 8,250 to 9,000 in the hour at this AP bracket with the loot scroll is looking pretty good. Now as we go further in this, these are really coming on to like the god tier classes at grinding Aakman. Okay, at the A+ tier, we have classes which are going to get between 9,000 and 9,750 trash per hour. We have the Archer, we have the Succession DK, we have the Awakened Guardian, and we have the Awakened Warrior. Now these classes do so well because they have very high burst damage, which at the higher AP limits just means that they just devastate these mobs and just walk through them. Killing them quick just means that they're going to get a lot of loot. So this is your pre-god tier. So, are we ready for the big boys of the BDO Aakman grinding tier? So, here we go. So here we have our S tier. These are going to get 9,750 plus an hour. And in this we have the Succession Musa, the Succession Lan, the Succession Valkyrie and the Succession Wizard. Now I'll just do a quick brief talk through why these do so well. The Succession Musa does well because it can just run between the rooms, very quick, obviously as we all know, R&B class, but has very front end loaded moves which clears the packs very nicely. Same with the Lan, great movement, can go through, kill everything, pretty much one shot things, or at least, you know, short combo. And the Valkyrie Succession does huge damage in a decent area. And the Succession Wizard, well, we don't need to say much about that because everyone knows where the Succession Wizard is. Yeah, has the double teleport, can move around a lot, has some huge AoE with absolutely nutty numbers. So surprise, surprise, does exceptionally well at Aakman. Anyway, so here is the tier list as an overview. You can see it in the background. I will leave this up for a little while before I go outro. But yeah, keep in mind, all this is based off numbers which has either been given to us by the community or we've tested ourselves and gone out. And at BDOHub, we're trying to do a lot of work here to make sure that we're giving you the most up-to-date figures. So these lists do change. Now, if you're looking at this thinking, my class can do more at these brackets per hour, fantastic. Keep in mind, we're working off not necessarily averages, but the higher end of averages. And the reason why is because we want to show what classes can get to if you push towards it. Now, also, if you're looking at this thinking, I think I do my room well, what else can I do? If you go on the site, we do have a guide how you can increase your trash loot, which is all sorts of things from having better pets to make sure you're using the right elixirs, drafts, all of that. There's a lot that you can do to optimize it. So yeah, if you want to know how you're doing at Aakman, have a look at this table. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. And like I said, it's Holy Taboo from BDOHub. Please go check out the website for more information. We'll keep it updated. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.